Kicking it off into another big hour here, the Steve Gruber Show. Glad to have you here for the conversation, which are many. I can't even begin to stuff everything into a show that we could cover any given day. That's a fact. Fighting for you for the foxhole of freedom. It's what I do every day. We're live in all 50 states and around the world. It's a growing audience thanks to you. A dirty job. Mike Rowan here. So I'm going to go ahead and do it. How do you feel about that? Here are three big things you need to know this hour. Number one. Another victim has died from that anti-Jewish attack on innocent people in Colorado. An 82-year-old woman has finally died from the Molotov cocktail. What a horrible thing. Number two, the United States Senate is a disgrace, an absolute disgrace, failing to pass an amendment that would have removed 1.5 million illegals from cashing in on Medicaid coverage, which we cannot afford. And number three, in the last hour, we discussed ripping back the curtain of our very biased judiciary in this country. Federal district judges. This hour, we're going to move our focus back to the threat of Zohran Mamdani and the threat of spreading communist movements in America. Zohran, by the way, is the guy who has proclaimed that he wants to seize the means of production in factories, farm fields, and service industries. He wants the government to tell you what you're allowed to do. He wants government-run housing. He wants to tell you what you're allowed to do, what you're allowed to charge, what you're required to pay your employees all at the same time. You have no control. None. The question I have is this. How did this carpetbagger get here in the first place? Born in Uganda, raised in India apparently. A communist trying to pervert American government, which, by the way, our Constitution, that he cares little about or knows anything about, requires a Republican form of government. Beyond that, the 1954 Communist Control Act basically outlawed the Communist Party altogether, signed by Dwight Eisenhower. But to be fair, it probably would not survive a Supreme Court challenge in my estimation. They may have the right to exist, but a communist government, as outlined by this clown Zohran, is prohibited by the Constitution. It's illegal, as it should be. But it seems the communist message is picking up steam, and in fact, it sounds like it's going mainstream for the Democrats. For the Democrats, the communist message is going mainstream. You don't believe me? Well, here's what they want to do. Steal from the successful, give it away to everyone you think can be bought to get votes. Seriously, here is Democrat Senator Chris Murphy. This is not some fringe individual, allegedly. He's allegedly a mainstream Democrat senator from Connecticut endorsing communism. Listen to what he says.
There are certain things that he stands for and says that I don't agree with, but I think you have to pay attention to the fact that you had a candidate in New York City that was talking every single day about the cost of living, and he was proposing really big, sometimes radical ideas to take power from folks who have way too much of it, like the big realty companies that are jacking up rents in New York City and transferring it to regular people. He did have a laser-like focus on cost of living, on shifting power to people who don't have enough of it. And I think if the Democratic Party, writ large, spent as much time or as big a percentage of our communications time talking about the cost of living as Mamdani did in New York, we'd probably win a lot more elections.
Oh, so if you're a communist, you'd win a lot more elections. All right, let's see here. Oh, Chris Murphy, here's a guy you want to know about money, right? A guy who should tell you about money. He has a negative net worth. Negative net worth. So here is a guy who knows absolutely nothing about money. Nothing. He's somewhere between $4.65 million in whole and maybe worth $500,000 on the plus side, because he has these giant mortgages. How does a guy that's worth nothing have mortgages worth $5 million? Just a question for some friends. Anyhow, Chris Murphy endorsing communism. So the government will control where you live and build the housing, because that's gone so well in the past. Government subsidized housing goes so well, makes such nice places for people. What was that place in Chicago? Breezy Green? Whatever it was called. Anyhow, let's see here. So control the grocery stores, control your health plans, control everything. This is the plan from Mamdani. Take everything for you that you own. That'd be step one. Take everything you own. Step one. Here it is.
What the purpose is about this entire project, it's not simply to raise class consciousness, but to win socialism. And obviously raising class consciousness is a critical part of that. But making sure that we have candidates that both understand that and are willing to put that forward at every which moment that they have, at every which opportunity that they're given. We have to continue to elect more socialists. And we have to ensure that we are unapologetic about our socialism. There are also other issues that we firmly believe in, whether it's BDS, right, or whether it's the end goal of ceasing the means of production.
BDS, by the way. BDS, right? Which is, of course, anti-Semitic. BDS. Boycott, divestment, sanctions. That's what it is. It's a campaign that aims to destroy Israel. BDS. No investment in Israel. Divestment, sanctions, boycott Israel. It's an anti-Semitic attack on the Jewish state is what it is. Call it what you want, but there it is. Honestly, it sounds like he's ready for full-blown revolution, and if he is elected in New York, you may well get it. Here's more.
And what I want to say is that it is critical that in the way that we organize, in the way that we set up our work and our priorities, that we do not leave any one issue for the other, that we do not meet a moment and only look at what people are ready for.
Yeah. Look, former New York City Mayor Rudy Giuliani says this guy will destroy America. He says he'll destroy America, he'll destroy Jews, he'll destroy this country, but it starts in New York City. Rudy Giuliani, the former mayor of New York City, who was there on 9/11. Listen quickly.
Do you really see him as an enemy of America?
Do I see him as an enemy of America?
Yeah.
What he's saying? My personal.
Yes.
You're damn right I do. I think he's going to destroy New York City. I think this is a disaster time for New York City. This guy becomes mayor, the city is gone. People are leaving the city already. You can't say things like the things he's saying and not frighten the hell out of people. I mean, it has nothing to do with even 9/11. Had 9/11 not happened, he'd be an enemy of the city. He's espousing a philosophy that wants to destroy America, wants to destroy the Jewish people, wants to destroy the Christian people, and really would like to destroy all the Muslims who disagree with him. And he is a very strong supporter of that. And
exactly right. Destroy everything. This guy is it'll be the death of New York. Because you'll have somebody as bad as Brandon Johnson in Chicago, and you see how that's working for everybody. Not at all, in fact. What a joke. Sad but true. I'll take a break and be back. Glad to have you on board here. It's the Steve Gruber Show. Follow us on YouTube where we're live on Facebook, live on X. It's a movement, folks. Be part of it.